Lane with a banger.
What's up, everyone? This is C. Alexandra. I'm super excited that Dr. Elyssa Green is joining me from I Am Style Agency today.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you today?
I am good. I am good. I'm
Good.
preparing to go to my best friend's wedding. So,
Fun.
trying to cram stuff in the week so I can
Oh
have the
yeah.
weekend free. You know how that goes, right?
Oh, I do. I know how that is too well, just too well. And
Right.
I'm
I know
sure you're
you're
going to do great. Yeah.
busy.
You know.
Yes, yes. Well, Miss Elyssa, I love you dearly. You saw
Oh,
me at a
thank
point in my life
you.
where, I was starting to get back on my feet as far as a creative. But,
Yeah.
I think you all gave me that extra push to really see myself in a different way. And so you all will always be considered family to me. So I really appreciate that. But for
Thank
everyone who doesn't know yet, tell them what I Am Style is and how it got, how did you how did that come about?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much, C, for having me on your program. I really am. I feel honored as well. And you know that you are family with us also. We love you dearly. And always will be there for you, support in any way that we possibly can. But I Am Style Agency, we are a talent modeling agency. And what we love to do is assist those who are up and coming, rising actors, actresses, models, talent that are really trying to find their place. They've been around some for a little bit. We have some seasoned talent here, but we help them, we give them the tools, open the doors, give them more visibility, even though if they've been in the industry for a little while, we find different ways to give them more visibility within the industry. A lot of times we become our confidence gets stagnant and we don't know which way we want to go, and a lot of times when people come here to I Am Style Agency, they really want that push, right? They want that motivation to help them get to where they want to go, and then they move on. You know, we are a mother agency. You're not supposed to be with a mother agency forever. You know, it's a temporary thing. You come, you get the grit, and then you move on, and hopefully we place you in a higher agency, a larger program, so that you can be able to excel.
Mm, I love that. That's beautiful. And I think that's so important because you say like sometimes where you start is not where you're gonna finish. So it's kind of like, sometimes
Right.
like I know I can speak from example. I was kind of rediscovering myself, and so when I joined the agency, I was kind of, it was new to me. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, I've done this, and then I did. I was like, well, maybe I didn't do it as well as I thought I
Yeah.
should. No, I'm joking. and so, and so just like relearning some things, like, okay, I'm clearly not a child anymore. So, yeah, it's definitely different rediscovering myself as an adult. And I'm sure you've dealt with that a lot in some of the models you've had, so, or and still do have. But let's see. So, okay, when you thought about I Am Style, first, where did the name come from?
Oh, so actually, I Am Style has been around since 2009.
Okay.
So it was birthed from a nonprofit organization called Teen Expressions here in Henry County. So I'm in Henry County, you know, Southbridge, Georgia. That's where I Am Style, our headquarters, well, actually in McDonough, Georgia, based out of. But the
Mhm.
nonprofit organization, it was an organization of the arts, culinary arts, video, film production, creative arts, and of course, fashion and design. And so the ages of the youth were from the ages of 8 to 18. And each year, the students of the organization, we
Mhm.
partnered with the different businesses here in the county, and we would put on a show called I Am Style. And the show would be all of the youth. Let me tell you, it was amazing. See, all the youth would come out and we had designers, youth designers
Hmm.
that would design all of the outfits that the models would wear. We
Oh
had
wow.
youth chefs. They would partner with the businesses here, like I say, here in Henry County, and they would create a 7 course meal that would be served at I Am Style. So the students of the program, they graduated. I took a hiatus, to become Dr. Green, and
Period.
yes, period. And because it's a lot of work, doing that, of course, like anything that's worthwhile.
Mhm.
Um, we had students that got full ride scholarships to SCAD based on their designs with I Am Style Agency. The event I Am Style Agency and I Am Style. I'm sorry, I Am Style.
Mhm.
So out of that, I Am Style Agency came about because
Okay.
I didn't want to go back into the youth spectrum, but I wanted to support. So every year, I Am Style gives a scholarship to a rising senior going into the arts. Um, yeah, so that's where it came from. I Am Style. So we became an agency to help the talent, after they graduate high school versus before.
Mm, that's
Yeah,
beautiful. It's because you know what? It's all about giving back. Because a lot of the time, and that's what sets people apart in this industry. The people that just do it
yeah,
for, the clout, the fame, and then the people that do it for a bigger purpose to really pour into individuals. And those are the people we see today still standing, right? So
yeah.
um,
That's right.
we
That's right.
appreciate people like you because you just never know. I just think of the countless times I had mentors in the past that really poured into me, and you know I remember one time I couldn't even afford a laptop at one point, and it was gifted to me. So that's something that I'll always think about. Like that was just so sweet. You know what I'm saying? So just you
Yeah.
giving away scholarships and everything, that's a beautiful thing.
Thank
And it gives
you.
I Style such even a bigger presence. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank
So
you.
you're
But you're
welcome.
awesome anyway. See, you have that charisma, that presence that makes you want to say, you know what, I am going to help this beautiful young lady because she is just an amazing person in itself.
Okay.
So I just I am so excited and really look forward to all of the great things and no pressure, no pressure. But all of the great things that you are going to do here coming up.
Thank you. Look, I'm learning to take stuff one step at a time. I think, and you could probably talk about this. I know because you've accomplished a lot. You were, Dr. Elyssa Green. You have your own agency, a lot of different things. And I know sometimes, as the creative I am, sometimes I want to do more. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to
Sure.
be real with yourself and
Yeah.
prepare yourself for what's to come. Be still sometimes, take the
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
to build yourself up and get ready for what's to come. You know what I'm saying? You can't always,
Sure.
okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? So, can you speak of a time where maybe you dealt with that in your own journey where it's like, this is not enough? I want more. You kind of just had to find a balance, or, yeah,
Sure.
share with that.
Yeah, even going through, it was very difficult giving up Teen Expressions. Teen Expressions was around for almost 7 years, and it was established, and I had to just sit back and make the decision on if I wanted to further my education, which had always been a lifelong dream of mine to become Dr. Green. At the time, my maiden name is Poindexter, but I don't want no jokes about Poindexter, but I love
Oh
being a
my
Poindexter.
goodness. Hey,
Love Poindexter.
I like the name. It stands out, so that's all that matters, right?
Yes. But
Yes.
I had to sit back and really just contemplate a little bit and just be still like, what do I really want to do? Because I didn't want to disappoint any of the youth that were in the program, but I
Mm,
also wanted to fulfill a life dream. So and a life goal. So I had to just be still. And when I did just take that time, I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish. And now, coming back into the industry from a different angle, I feel as though some things with you coming on the scene from a different angle, everyone thinks, "Oh, you're new to this. You don't know what, you don't know what you're talking about. You've only been here for a little bit." But actually I haven't. I've been here for years. I just
Mhm.
decided to take a different approach. And sometimes when you take that different approach because you do want more, you have so many unforeseens, and fear stops us from going to that next point, so you want to just pause and be still and take it one day at a time. But I truly feel as though I wanted so much more out of Teen Expressions, and I wanted to give the youth so much. I wanted to pour so much knowledge into them, but I had to pause and just be still and make that decision. And now that I'm at a point where I can go back and be able, from a different angle, with the
Mhm.
beautiful models and talent that we have on board, to mentor the youth in the county, it's even better because at that time it was challenging to find mentors
Mhm.
for the youth. And now that we're in the era of COVID, if you will,
Yeah.
everyone has to be very cautious on who you allow to come into your classroom, if you will, to be able to teach young people and
Yeah.
to help them get to the next level and understand what it takes, the motivation, because everybody sees the glitz and glam, but
Mhm.
the work behind it. Let me tell you something, right?
Look,
The work.
it's not an overnight thing at
It
all.
really isn't an overnight
Yeah.
thing, and no
Mhm.
one coming into this industry should think that it's an overnight thing.
Oh no.
And yeah, it just is
Yeah.
not. It takes time. It takes
Oh yeah.
time, dedication, focus.
Yes. And sometimes, like I know earlier this year, I was talking about reinventing yourself, and you kind of did the same.
Mhm.
It's like sometimes where you think you're gonna end up, you just, God puts on your heart that, not necessarily say that you have to stop doing that, but maybe it's a different direction he wants you to go into. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So and sometimes it's difficult to make those decisions because it's like, you had your heart set on something
Uh,
and you're just like,
yeah.
well, I'm being pushed for a reason. So
Right, right. And you may not realize what that reason is, of course, right then and there,
yeah.
but a lot of times it comes to us, and it comes to us unexpectedly. And the one thing I have always realized is that things do happen for a reason. I know people say that a lot, but in the moment, the heat of the moment, you say, "What in the world could be the reason? Like,
Mhm.
why is this really happening right now?" But I've realized, and that's where that be still comes in. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to be still as much as I possibly can. Do the little things that I know that I have control over, and let those things that I have no control over just be. And those are things and people.
That's where look.
Sometimes you
We
have no control over, you
talk
know.
about it. Talk about it. Oh my goodness. I can only
And
look.
so you just
I
let
know
them go.
you've been doing this since 2009, so I know you've come across a lot of different people. But even in my last, I've only been really in the industry, well, I would say seriously, for the last 4 years, and I've definitely come across some interesting people. So,
Sure,
but I would say I've
sure.
learned something from all of them. So I really can't like. I think I've hit that level of maturity where it's like, hey, you're not, not everyone's gonna be your best friend, but just see where you can, what you take from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
But really quick, tell us, I know you kind of told us the foundation of I Am Style, the name, even, where you see it going, but can you tell us of any other challenges of, starting out? Because I know you said you restarted, you know what I'm saying? So what
Sure.
were some of the challenges?
Some of the main challenges that I foresee right now is really um, finding good talent that they really are sincere about really where they want to go. That's a huge challenge because, as I
Yeah.
was stating earlier, everyone wants that glitz and glamour. They want that instant fame. They want, I'm going to be this superstar in 3 months. I'm going to join this agency and they're going to make me this superstar in 3 months. And by golly, I don't give a dang on what anyone else says, right? And
Right.
that's not
Mhm.
realistic.
at
you
all.
know, yeah, and it's such a challenge to get the mindset of um even people who've been in the industry for a little while. When you join an agency, the mindset to say, hey, it's going to take dedication, time, and commitment and focus to really get to that next point. I always remember when Samuel L. Jackson said that he had been in the film industry for years. He didn't get his big break until he was like 50 plus years old,
Yeah.
but he had been in the industry for years. And those are things you want to look at. That's one of the challenges that I know we face here at Iron Style Agency, because we want to make sure we want everyone in the agency to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
We want to help them get to that next point, but really it's up to the talent to work. We can only put it in front of you. It's up to you to really grab onto it and get to the next level. And then when you get there, don't forget about the people who are there and helped you get to that point. Mentor others to get to that point as well. And that's where the giving back comes in. So that's one challenge. And then another challenge is just being able to be here in the industry, in the community, and having people, finding mentors, having people to be able to support and assist you through different situations, and opening doors, giving the opportunities, and they're not going to be handed to you. You gotta work at it.
Yeah.
You have to work at it and get out there and have people give you these opportunities. You have to be visible. So that is a challenge as well. Other people within the industry really working with and partnering with other agencies and modeling management companies to be able to do collaboration. I think sometimes when people see you and you're in the same field as they are, it's more of a competition versus more of a community of support, if that makes sense.
That's true. That is
So
true. There's a lot of that out here.
yeah, so if we build that community of support, even though we're in the same industry, I feel we would reach more people and cover more ground. And I don't want to get winded. I went to Right. Instead of everyone trying to individually do that, if we came together, support in some more supportive capacity within the industry, I feel that we would and collaborate more, even though we're doing the same thing. I may be I Am Style Agency and you may be ABC Agency, but we're going to come together and collab and make this a great situation, regardless of what the project is. And that would be fantastic. The one thing, if I can, and I think it should be. And if I could say this, and I know I get winded and very passionate about it, trust me, but I went, we just came back from New York. I Am Style Agency did. Once again, I know you were with us earlier this year.
I was like, yes.
Had a wonderful time. Went to some fantastic shows. One of the shows, I'll just shout them out. Fashion Bomb Daily show was amazing. Claire Summers, she is awesome. I love her. She is a force to be reckoned with. She is a strong woman, and I was very, very honored to be in the room with her. Her show was fabulous. Another show that impressed me so much was Indie Fashion. Fashion had their show was so nice, and of course with Lisa Ray walking down the runway at the end, it was just amazing. But the one thing I love about Indie Fashion, their mission is that they want to open doors for independent designers. They want to collaborate with these independent designers to help them to be able to get to the next level. And one of the things they were saying, hey, put those in, nothing against any of the higher end designers at all, but please help to support some of these independent designers, because
they still from some of them, I'm not saying all, but some of the higher ups will kind of, they look at some of the independent artists or independent stylists, and they're like, "Ooh, that's cute. Let me recreate that." And it's like,
Right.
why do that
Right.
when you could have just hired someone? You know what I'm saying? And then
Exactly.
whatever. So yeah, it's a lot of that going on. So it's a crab in the bucket type of thing. People trying to, whatever. It's a lot of it's a lot
It,
of that going on, right?
it's a lot of that going on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
But no, you said it. Well, that's beautiful. New York Fashion Week was a blast. I had a blast with you all. That was like,
Yes.
I'm still like, I went to New York Fashion Week. Like I tell myself that all the time. Like, that was a dream. So even
And got
today,
on the
like,
billboard.
oh yes, look, how could I forget? I was speechless. You remember? I was like, do I like?
I
Where did this
know.
come from? But
No.
I was really blessed to have that opportunity, and definitely memories I'll never forget. So don't make me cry now, okay?
No, that's fabulous. I'm so glad. That makes my day. Those that kind of feedback really is wonderful because that's what it's all about. The money party is going to be there. Of course, the money party is going to be there. But just like, with Walmart, the reason why people go to Walmart is because, yeah, they have good prices, but they like what Walmart brings. So they're going to be constant, they're going to be a reoccurring customer. So we like to hear that feedback because that helps me say, hey, okay, we're on the right path. We're not perfect. We're going to make mistakes like everybody does. But that saying, if you could help one person, one life to get to their goal, that's really all you need, right?
No, seriously, that's all you need. And that's kind of, I believe that's why we're put on this earth. It's not just about us. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
we were
Right.
all given talents to, I know, well, I want to bring religion into this, but
I know because we can get a little deep,
yeah, look,
can't we?
we'll get real carried away. But
Yeah.
but you get what I'm saying. We all come to this
Yeah.
earth and we all have a purpose. And I call it a God-given purpose. And it's like it's up to us to see it through, but also make sure, like you said, help people along the way. You know what I'm saying? Because
Absolutely.
what success is, what joy is in that? Just knowing that you made it, but you help no one. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
was it, there's no fruit in that. So tell us really quick what makes you stand out from other agencies and any advice you have from up and coming agencies that are looking to also have like a talent agency.
Sure. I think the biggest thing what makes us stand out is that we do here at I Am Style Agency try and form a more of a family environment versus, well, you're going to do this. If you don't, boom, you're gone. You're going to do this. If you don't, boom, you're gone. I don't have time for you. I don't have time for that. And sometimes that could be, it's twofold. It could hurt you and then it could help you because a lot of times you come across people and they want to take advantage of that family setting that you're trying to really set. We want that foundation to be solid, but no, we have a support system here. We want to help you along, but we don't want you to think that because we may be a little soft spoken that we are soft in business and what we're doing. That's not the case. So, I think that helps us to get through a lot of the challenges and overcome a lot of the hurdles because we do fall back on that culture. That concept is if you build that family-based culture and know that you have a support system, everyone in your agency knows you have a support system there to help them, then I think that helps us to stand out and to keep. And if you say you're going to do it. Now, if you say I'm going to help you here, I'm going to help you here. Now, it may not always be how you want to be helped, but I'm going to help you get to that point because that's the goal you asked to get to, right?
I love that. Yeah.
And so, the advice I give to other agencies or companies that are getting ready to start, start that foundation, that family foundation, that supportive and collaborative foundation when you're starting your model management company or your agency, because a lot of times in this industry that's not the case. People don't look at that. Either you have it or you don't. Get out. Either we want you to do this. If you're not going to do it, okay, get out. And sometimes certain things warrant a certain type of response that can be a little harder than a other response, but it doesn't have to be constant all the time. And I say, if you look at that, but know your business, know your goals, the mission, and know that everything is not going to happen according to how you want it to happen, and how you react to things that don't go your way sets the tone of where you're going to go moving forward. So everything is not a matter of what if it's going to happen, is it's a matter of what's going to happen and how you're going to react to it. So that's my advice. I want to give, because everyone's not going to like you in this industry.
No.
And that's grown people too. Other people, they're just not going to like you in this industry for whatever reason. But stay focused on your goals and what you want to do. Yeah.
I love that. Yep. Honestly, I've learned now, it's just like I don't even want people to, like, it's cool, just respect me. Like, I don't care if you don't like me, just respect me. It's fine. I don't expect us to be best friends. It's cool.
Exactly.
But no, it's just like, just keep it respectful, and that,
Yeah.
You said a lot of great points, and I feel like it's so important to just see it through. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to make tough decisions like I did, but ultimately I just look, to be honest, I see myself going more in the music direction. So I just knew that, I just haven't really like started yet. Well, I started, but I haven't shared it with the world yet, per se, like seriously, because I'm preparing for that moment. But and so like you said, you have to know what you want. You know what I'm saying? So when I came into the agency, I was kind of relearning myself. I kind of had like given up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to have come across you all, because you helped remind me who I was or who I was capable of being. You know what I'm saying? So, and definitely, y'all are always family, and we will definitely collaborate on more to come.
Yes.
Guys, tell us really quick, as we close out, just what goals you have for the agency. I know the new year is right around the corner. I don't know how already, but it is almost the new year. So yeah, what are some goals that you have?
Oh, we have some great things coming up. So great news is that we're getting ready to move into a new studio, a larger studio that's going to help us do some different things with our talent as far as the acting portion of it, more podcasts, different type of visual art that we can be able to incorporate into the agency and with the talent. We will be starting our classes here coming up in October. Actually, yes. So we're going to be doing coaching classes, and we have a triple threat here coming, I call them. So we have the talented Miss Bonnie, as people know her in the industry here, and Ramonda, she's coming from Kansas City, and then of course Delana. They're all wonderful, wonderful models, posing queens, walking. They've been published several times. Ramonda's an author on top of her dancing and modeling career. Bonnie is an actor as well, producer. So those classes will be starting October the 16th. So keep that in mind. That's coming, and it's going to be opened up to our public, ages 7 to 18, and then we change from 18 and up. That's how it's going to be. And some of the other goals, we are always looking for great new faces and talent who are serious about coming into the industry. We just had a little change in our staffing, so we are growing, and I am just excited about where we're going. And next year, we have been invited to do several collaborations coming back from New York Fashion Week. So I'm excited about that. So our calendar is definitely full coming up here. So I'm going to shows in Miami, in North Carolina,
Mhm.
collaborating in New York. So just
Wow.
so many things happening, so many blessings coming, and I am beyond grateful.
I love that. That is a blessing. Well, you guys bless a lot of people, so it's gonna keep coming back to you.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You are welcome. Give some advice for someone who
Mhm.
may be unsure of what they want to do in the industry and
Mhm.
what they should maybe look for when deciding on what agency to join.
Well, that's a really, really good question.
Mhm.
I think that before you jump out and do anything, you wanna do research, as people always say. Do your research on an agency. Look at their track record on their success. Know that the agency is there to help you get to the next level. So you have to look at what level you currently are at. You can't expect to automatically jump into Wilhelmina. So
Yes, you
look at, so
could.
look at the level you're at, and then that goes into what you want to do. Look at the agency and see what they offer you. Are they offering you what you want as far as acting, as far as modeling, as far as photography? Are they giving you any type of education? Are they trying to elevate you in that way as well? Because every agency, I feel, needs to educate their talent and their models within their organization.
Mm,
Education is our key to help us get to that next level, and coaching and the training. So I say, look at when you're looking at an agency. But if you're
mhm,
on the edge and you're not for sure what you want to do,
mhm,
go to a boot camp, go to a class. Look at say you want to go to an acting class, go take a coaching class. Some of these classes are between 60 to $75 a class. Go to those classes and see if this is what you want. Put yourself in
mhm.
uncomfortable positions, because when you put yourself in uncomfortable positions, that's when you grow, and that's when you'll realize, hey, this is really what I want to do, and it'll help you make that decision.
Oh, you said that so beautifully. I didn't want to interrupt you. I was like, yes, you said that. Look, that is so real. Putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, like sometimes are literally the best learning moments. I mean, I
Yes,
remember
yes.
countless. I know I'm getting long winded myself, but I know, yeah, countless times I just sometimes when I didn't even feel ready, I just would do it, and those always become the best opportunities, right?
Yes, they were. It really does. You put yourself out there, and you're like, okay, I actually really did that. All right, so let me take it to the next step, and keep
Yes,
pushing yourself.
yes. Well, uh, Miss Elyssa, Dr. Elyssa Green to y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us on See Elyssa.
Absolutely.
And yes, I can't wait to see what's next for I Am Style. And I'm glad to always have y'all as a family. So
Thank you. Thank you, C, once again for having us on your program. I really appreciate it. And we'll always support you. So, we'll be there looking at you like this. Oh, there she is. I remember her.
oh yes,
So,
always. I'm sure we'll collab in the near future. So
yes, we
I'm
are. Yes,
yay.
coming soon.
All right,
Okay,
Miss
dear.
Elisa. Well, it's been a pleasure, and I will see
You
you
as
all
well.
soon.
Okay, talk to you soon. Take care. Bye
Okay,
bye.
bye bye.